So there was this one time in my third year of engineering school when I was walking to a lecture and I saw one of my peers that I was fairly well acquainted with. So we greeted one another and chatted it up. For the sake of the story, we'll name him Ben. And Ben here asked me the age-old question, what you been up to lately? So I answered him, I said, I've been looking for internships. And to that he responded, same, I also been looking for internships. So he went on to talk about how he wanted an internship in the same country that we're studying in because it pays pretty well here. And he also said that he wanted an internship in the same industry that he's interested in. So I agreed with him. I was like, yo, same, that would be so sick. And he knew that I had no research experience, no design club experience, that I didn't use LinkedIn all that much, nor connect with all that much people. And to that, he asked me, Aaron, are you in the co-op program? And the co-op program was something that just helped you get internships and nail interviews and all in all apply for internships. So he asked me this question and I said, no, I'm not in the co-op program. And he was like taken aback. He froze for a second and he looked at me in the eyes and he said, bro, you're cooked. Those were the exact words that he said. Bro, you're cooked. To that, I was honestly kind of offended. I was like, bro, you don't even know what fucking experience I have. Sure, honestly, yeah, it doesn't look like a good position that I'm in. No design club experience, no research, no connections, not in the co-op program at my university. I don't recommend anyone to be in this position, but I'm about to tell you I had some experience that was much better than all those forms of experience. So I was about to clap back at him, right? Because I was kind of offended. But just before that, the lecture started because we already made it to the lecture hall at this point. And so I was like, all right, I'll show you with my actions. I'll land an internship before your ass. I was thinking that. And then one day passes by, literally not even 24 hours later. I'm recording a video for one of my own personal projects. And I get a call on my phone. The links can move sort of symmetrically, like so. Gosh, I'm getting a call. And bro, I was so fucking excited. I was like, bro, this guy doubted me. And here I am getting an internship with one of the companies that I'm actually interested. Like it aligns with all of the skills that I want to train as an engineering student. It has my passion of heavy duty machinery. It's aligned with what I want to do as an engineering student. So I answer the call and they say, Aaron, is this you? And then I'm like, yeah. This is me. I like, listen, but yeah, this is me. I was like, oh, we want an interview with you. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll see if I got time for your interview. That's not exactly what I said, but yeah, of course I accepted their offer for an interview. And then a week passes and I have the interview. I absolutely fucking nail it. With the experience that I have behind my back that Ben here neglected to acknowledge, I nailed that fucking interview. Like every question, I was super confident. I was cracking jokes even in this interview. And we were just getting along. Me and the interviewer were just getting along. And then another week passes. All of this interview phase is done. And then I'm in the library on my laptop. And I refresh my email. Guess what pops up? An offer for an internship. I'm fucking happy as hell. I'm happy as hell. And bro, the best part was that I landed the ideal internship that me and Ben here were talking about. I got that offer before him when he said, bro, you're cooked. So it felt pretty good. And I had none of the standard experience that people said that you should have as an engineering student. No design club experience, no research experience, no connections, no co-op program in my arsenal, yet I still landed an internship faster than a lot of engineering students in my cohort. First form of experience, personal projects. Now I'm gonna get straight into it, all right? This is the main sauce. Personal projects have to be based off of one of the two things, either an industry of engineering that you're interested, for example, robotics, automotive, or agricultural industries, or your personal projects can be based off of the role that you wanna work in as an engineer. So mechanical design engineer, for example, or embedded systems engineer, for example, or even electronics engineer, for example. Okay, so lean into one of these sides when determining what types of personal projects you want to make. So if you want to be a mechanical design engineer, practice your skills of CAD, 3D modeling, prototyping, 3D printing, or on the theory side, like stress, design of machine elements. And then if you want to lean more into not the role but the industry, then, for example, if you want to work in the heavy duty machinery industry, then you should make projects like, I don't know, gearboxes, maybe cranes, maybe forklifts, or anything else that's related to the heavy duty machinery. Or if you want to work in the robotics industry, make a personal project like a robotic gripper or an industrial robotic arm. Okay, so you get the gist here. Either lean in to an industry or lean into a role. Now, if you want to, you can lean into both a role that you're interested in and an industry. That's best case scenario. However, I wouldn't stress that because it's a few years away from the type of it's a few years away from graduating, so we're not really sure what type of job we're going to be working far into the future. So we don't really know what's ideal for a personal project to make right now. You'll learn what types of engineering personal projects you should make as you go on, okay? So just right now, at least develop the habit of making personal projects. If you need further help on making personal projects, program link down below has a course inside amongst many other courses and more that I'm making in the future. So if you join right now, no cost to the future courses. There's also a community for you to connect with other like-minded engineering students. And so go check it out if you're interested. Form of experience number 2, group projects. Now I'm talking about group projects from your courses, all right? All of your courses, no matter what school you're in, there's gonna be some of those courses out there that have you do group assignments. However, I don't want you to take these group assignments as something to just rely on your group members on. Don't rely on them because a lot of them are not reliable, first of all. And second of all, these group projects are gold mines for you to develop stories that you can tell internship recruiters or engineering job recruiters about. For example, in an engineering interview, they're probably going to ask you a question along the lines of, tell me about a time that you demonstrated leadership throughout a group setting. And then if you actually demonstrated leadership, you're going to, for example, answer like, okay, so this one group project for statics class where we were building a design for a bridge. And a lot of the group members here were actually on academic probation. So I looked at it and I thought, this could be a disadvantage for me. However, this could also be an opportunity for me to practice my leadership skills. So I, therefore, took the time to teach my group members, my peers, the people that were going to help me get a grade in this class. I taught them all how to use the principles taught in class in order to apply them to this project. And in the end, we ended up getting a 90% grade in that statics class. Now, that was a fake story, but it's something that you could tell if you do demonstrate leadership skills. All right, so take these group projects not as just something that you have to do for your courses, but as an opportunity to make stories. All right, and then once you have those interviews for an engineering internship or an engineering job, then use those stories in order to demonstrate that you have the ability to influence people, to lead people, to communicate with people, make good decisions, adapt in certain situations, all the skills, soft skills that you need as an engineer. All right. Third form of experience, internships. Now, this isn't really a rare form of experience, but it is the highest form of experience that you can have as an engineering student, okay? Because internships, that's literally industrial experience where you practice the soft skills, you practice the hard skills, the technical skills, and all in all, just understand what it means to be an engineer, okay? So I really recommend that you get an internship, all right? And I'll just give you the main sauce of applying for internships. When you apply for an internship, You want resume, cover letter, and a portfolio. These are 3 things that you need at least, all right? Your resume has to be tailored to every job that you apply to. So the resume that you send to a mechanical design engineer position isn't going to be same as the resume that you send to a manufacturing engineer position, all right? Same thing goes for cover letters. If you're applying to Apple as an electronics engineer, that cover letter is going to be completely different from a cover letter that you send to John Deere as a control systems engineer, okay? Cover letters and resumes are going to be completely tailored to all the jobs that you apply to, okay? Same thing goes with the portfolio, all right? These portfolios, you might not have limited experiences, so just combine all of the grandest, like most impressive projects that you have into that portfolio. And it doesn't actually have to be tailored as much as these cover letters and resumes, all right? But these portfolios, they should be reordered for each of the positions that you're applying to, all right? You want all of your projects on there. Don't cut anything out as you would in the resume and cover letter, but keep them all in and then just reorder them rather than keep them completely different from all of your applications, if you know what I mean, okay? And then when it comes to interviews, as I said earlier, you're going to want to draw upon the experience that you had in group project settings in order to answer the questions where they're wanting to see your soft skills. And then when it comes to the technical side of things, then you're going to use the knowledge that you gained from your courses as well as maybe even group projects, but more so personal projects and courses and assignments, all of that kind of thing. Now, if you need further help with this internship application and internship interview kind of thing, then I'm also planning on making an internship application course in the near future, which is in the program linked down in the description. After I make this course inside of the program, I'm probably gonna make the cost a bit higher because I'm adding value to this course. So go join right now and you will not have to pay extra once it actually comes out, okay? Anyways, those are the 3 forms of experience that I wanted to share with you today. Personal projects, group projects, as well as internships, all right? These are just 3 of the many forms of experience that you can have as an engineering student, all right? So don't neglect the other opportunities out there. Just make sure that they're aligned to what you want to do in the future as an engineer, whether that be applying for a master's position or applying for a PhD position, whether that be for working in the industry. Whatever your goal is, make sure that these opportunities that you're accepting are aligned with that goal. Okay, that's my last piece of advice for you. Thank you for watching this video. Program linked in the description. Join now. I'll see you next time.